Hi, I'm Ali and a warm welcome to Face Yoga Master Natural Beauty over 40. So if you have fine lines and wrinkles on the forehead, there's a really great easy technique using a Gua Sha tool by doing light facial massage, and we're going to do some really great techniques with this to really help reduce those fine lines and wrinkles without using any Botox, if you like. Now, first things first, you want to make sure that you've got your tool and that it's already been cleaned and washed. So washed in some nice warm soapy water and then finished off with a cool rinse. Now, they do come in, these Gua Sha tools do come in lots of different sizes and materials. So for instance, this is a jade, and I do have another one here, which is a, as you can see here, a nice little sweet love heart, and this is a rose quartz. Today we're going to use the jade one. So you want to also make sure that your face is nice and clean as well. Now, it's not really important, but I always like to use a facial oil. So I have my one here. Now, I like to use a facial oil because you get more of a slip and glide. And if it has really good ingredients in it, whatever you do apply it to your skin is also going to penetrate in even better and deeper, and also help with the process of those reducing of those fine lines and wrinkles. So just applying first of all just onto the skin first, and then forehead, down by the side of the ears, then not forgetting just going down by the side of the neck, down the big ACM muscle to the collarbone. So what we're going to do first is take the top parts here, turn it upside down, place it between the eyebrows and very gently glide in an upwards motion towards the hairline. And then once you reach the hairline, just give it a little wiggle just to get the lymphatics going. Just do this 3 times. Now you want to press fairly lightly here. We don't have much fat padding on our forehead area, so you don't want to end up with red lines. So we're moving kind of like lymph, which is close to the surface of the skin. So just a very light, gentle touch is needed. Now, if you can feel that if you can hear my voice is slightly gone today, sorry, I haven't recorded for the last few days. I have been on holiday in France, and unfortunately on the last few days, I did actually end up with food poisoning. So I haven't been very well, but today's the first day of, I thought I'd better sort of show you another technique. So unfortunately it's just affected my voice as well. Just lifting up and just lifting very lightly, and then just giving a little wiggle to the side. And then we're going to take the part of the tool, which is this part here, the long part, placing our hand as an anchor so we're not pulling or dragging at the skin, particularly if we have older skin and we're losing collagen and elastin, and we can end up with some slackiness. And then just very gently gliding all along towards the temple and the side of the hairline, and again just give it a nice gentle wiggle. Now, if you like, you can take a couple of deep belly breaths in through the nose and out through the mouth, which really does help with blood flow and circulation to the area. Smoothing out those fine lines and wrinkles. And again on the other side. Moving toxins and waste within the lymph. And then with little bits here on the end here, placing between the eyebrows, and let's just wiggle that round in a very light circular motion. And this is a really great acupressure point. And we hold a lot of tension in the forehead area, and sometimes we crease our forehead and also, scrunch our face. And that can also help with those fine lines and wrinkles to actually almost make them, if you like, particularly if you're holding it in a quite often and doing it quite a lot. So this really does help the nervous system down, and will also then help prevent those fine lines and wrinkles. But it's also worth knowing to just have attention during the daytime of actually how you hold your expressions, and try not to frown and crease the face up. So again, I'm now using this part of the tool, and I'm lifting up and then along. Again, just using more surface area, and then on the other side. So now let's just do a little bit of massage, almost like releasing any tight fascia. So what we're going to do is we're going to use the little parts here, and then again round circular motions, and just working our way upwards. Again, I like to use the tool fairly flat for more surface area. Some people like to use it more at an angle, but personally I like to use it nice and flat. Obviously, if you want to spend more time on a certain area, feel free. Just keep working all the way along. And then work almost in lots of different directions, almost zigzags. Again, keeping the face nice and relaxed and calm. And then again, taking the parts here in between, just coming up 3 times. And you can do this morning or night. And actually you can even do this sort of, maybe I would recommend probably 3 to 4 times a week. Obviously you may want to spend more time depending on the depth of any of those lines and wrinkles on your forehead area. And then just gliding again towards the temples, 3 times on each side, slow and mindful. And again, whatever product we placed onto our skin, be it a facial oil or your favourite face cream, whatever additives or it contains is actually going to go into skin a bit easier. So once we've done that, we're going to take the part of the tool, which is this part, placing our hand again as an anchor if you like, and then we're just gliding down from the temple, down the front of the ear here, where we have plenty of lymph nodes. And then behind the ear. And then just taking kind of like the bit here, if you place it behind the ear here, it really cups in nicely. And then you just want to work down the big SCM muscle down to the collarbone. And then on the other side, taking this part here, holding hand as an anchor, and just gently gliding down for the final lymphatic drainage. And then down by the back of the ear. And then taking the parts here, cupping it behind the ear and just gliding it down the big SCM muscle down to the collarbone. And then what I always like to finish off with at the end of any facial massage or lymphatic drainage or any fascia release or face yoga is the final lymphatic drainage release. So from the chin all the way down where our collarbone is, just above and also down under the collarbone, we have lots of sort of indentations. And if you can just give those a few gentle presses, this will release all the toxins and waste into the body, ready for elimination. So once you've done that, again, taking our tool afterwards and then washing it so we don't forget in warm soapy water, finish off with a cool rinse, ready for next time. And if you're not already subscribed, please consider subscribing for more content and consider sharing as well and becoming a member maybe. I do have a community and I really hope you enjoyed today's video and I look forward to seeing you back tomorrow. Okay, bye.